Hi guys, and welcome back to Just Cope with the Gaming plays Planetbase. Now then, at the end of the last episode, we finished off our factory, so we're going to kit it out with some machinery, so that our workers... No, sorry, I'm pretty sure it's engineers. I can't actually remember. I think it's engineers who work in the factory to build us spares and processors. A workshop for building guns, so an arms workshop, which is what we're building there, which I don't think is what we need, because I think you need to have some of these semiconductors, not processors, what I was saying in the last episode, to be able to build the guns. I don't know, let's pop it down and we can find out and then go from there. And just like that, we have a trade ship. Let's see what goodies he's got for us. He's got a gun, and he's another rip-off merchant. No, you're fine, thank you. Thanks for stopping by. Bye bye. Now, if you remember in the last episode, I was debating what to do here regarding expanding our biodome and our canteen. I've come up with an idea. Now this idea is pretty genius. What I plan to do is put an airlock down, just here, and what that will allow us to do, it will allow our colonists to be able to move from this little section over here to this section over here. Now the reason why I need this airlock over here is because when I build the new biodome around here ish and demolish this one, people will still be able to move from section to section. Now once I delete the canteen here, I should be able to then rebuild the new canteen in this area, around here. Once again, linking the two up again. Now, having an extra airlock around here isn't such a bad thing, because it's always good to have 2 points for people to come in and out of. Because as you can see, at the moment, when anybody wants to, whenever I want to build anything over here, all my carrier bots and workers and anybody who was moving supplies over have to walk out of this airlock, either come around this way or go all the way around this way to be able to drop off the supplies and then build the module that I'm building. So if I have 2 airlocks, say another one over here, it will mean that they'll have to go out this airlock and a short walk here, just in case there is a sandstorm, because if they were trapped over here when the sandstorm starts, they'll have to trudge either all the way back around here to be able to get back into safety, or trudge around here to get back into safety. So it'll just mean that they'll have less travel time out in the open, taking damage and potentially dying, and that's something we don't really want, is to lose colonists. Okay, now that they've built this, what is it we need? Yeah, so as I say, we do need some of these semiconductors, so we shall not go in there, it needs to be in here. So we will tell them to build some semiconductors. And hopefully, once we have our spare bioplastic, hopefully we should then be able to build that. So at the moment we haven't got any spares. But we have put down another starch producer. So we've got 2 producing starch, 2 producing food, and hopefully we should be able to produce a few more there, which would be good. I have just thought as well, this little area of the base over here won't have an oxygen generator, so I will have to put an oxygen generator in before I start messing around with all the corridors and messing around with things like that. So that is something else I need to try to remember. or else these guys are going to suffocate, and that's not what we want. So at the moment we're just playing the waiting game, as we still are waiting on our production of bioplastic, and hope that a trader eventually comes and has bioplastic. Just look at our colonists just going about their merry business. Some have just decided I need a little nap. There's one of our workers decided I need to go to sleep. Hank Morrison's. I wonder if Morrison's, the supermarket, is still around in this universe. Then again, it can't be. If Hank is having to work on a new colony, it must have gone bust, so his family is now poor. So, our collectors are near enough full again. Nope, don't want to connect. So, I am going to build another one, just because we aren't running through all of the power that's stored up, so there's no real need for us to get another one just to fill it up. Because I mean, where are we now? We're nearly at the end of the day and they're all pretty much full. So any power that we are generating from these three here, these three solar panels, we're effectively just using that power. So there is no need for us to have that just yet, since we are running through all that. So the semiconductor has been built. For now, I'm just going to tell them not to use it, just because I want to start stocking up on our bioplastic. Oh dearie me. Somebody like to go out and rebuild that connection for me. Now I'm surprised that having that blown up hasn't made our base run out of power, because I thought that if this was damaged with it being a connection, the connection would be severed. That doesn't seem to be the case. That is strange. But I'm not going to complain. There is our little constructor bot going out just to repair that for us. There he goes. And we're still producing our synthesized chicken. Well, there's no real way to find out when another trader is going to come. They'll just come as and when they feel like it. So in this menu, I'm just flicking through the menus just to make sure everything's set correctly. So everything's set to infinite there, which is good. We don't want them to be set any other way for now. This is another little graph, so on here you can choose everything. So you can see that this is when we first landed on the planet, so it went down a bit and we had so much because we didn't have that many colonists. Now that we've got a few more colonists, it's slowly going down and down and down. So that is why I am trying desperately to build this new biodome, because we need more resources and more food production, because at the moment we aren't keeping up with the demand of having however many colonists we have. There we are, 20 colonists. So there we are, 20 colonists. 0 visitors, because we haven't got the starport yet, which is the only way you can get visitors. They pay you a small percentage fee for staying at your base. At the moment, our prestige is only 36 out of 1,000. That will increase as we get more variety of meals, make our colonists more happy by allowing them to exercise in the multi-dome, have a bar so they can go down, have a beer, which you can use wheat, I believe it's just wheat to be able to produce the beer. So once we get them to win, hopefully the prestige. Whoops. We'll then go up. Oh, it's the right menu. There we are. And then, of course, at the minute, our welfare is good because we are dealing with our injuries for having spare medical supplies and still having one medicinal plant spare. I think what I'll do as well is I shall click this, disable that structure, just so any spare bioplastics we have won't be pumped into there, so that they can build another medical supply, because we don't want them just yet, so we still have 5. We will be 4 in a moment, since this worker has had another workplace injury. Oh, and here comes another one. This is what I said previously before about the mine being a very accident prone place. As you can see here, just fixed one guy's broken limb. We've now got another guy coming in with a broken limb. He doesn't look very happy about it, does he? Sort of slouched over there. Ooh, my arm. Oh, we'll fix him back up. He'll go back to work. There is no rest for the wicked on Planetbase. And as well, if you'll notice, he has changed his skin. He is now... Oh no, I think they must have fixed that bug. It seems to look like they have. When Planetbase first came back out, there was just a default sort of colonist person who always used to lie on here, regardless of if it was male or female. It'd just be one default character who would lay in there. So it can go from being the white bald guy here to, I don't know, this woman here with dark hair, for example. Nope. Bioplastic, yay! So I will spend a little bit of that. And I'll spend 2 of that, 2 of our metals, 3 of our coins, so that we can get 2 bioplastic. It's a pretty good deal. We have quite a lot of these in reserve, so there is no need for us to panic about losing some metal. Okay, our meals are running quite low now, which is a huge bit of a concern. Food stocks are low, yes. I can see that. Food stocks are very low. Right, what we'll do is when one of these potato or pea pads finish, we will have to dismantle that and replace it, I think, with either a lettuce or a tomato pad. Just so we're producing a bit more food, or else our colonists are going to die. What I might do as well is recycle this meal maker here as well. See about doing that now. Yep. Just so we can get an extra bioplastic. Right, gonna have to recycle that. Go into here. Get another lettuce pad on the go. So we've now got 2 meals and we've only got 1 vegetable left. Okay, so we've nearly got enough bioplastic to be able to build our next biodome. But then again, as I say, we need this. Not to worry, not to worry. We'll just have to build it. Take the hit if anything does happen. So I need to build that granddaddy. So a bit as tight over here as we can. Just connect it up there. So we'll need the 7 and 7 here, but then we'll also need one on one here to be able to build the connection. So that is something we do also need to remember. So there we are. So these are quick producing. How is it to describe it? Quick producing, low maintenance, fast producing, high maintenance, fast producing, high maintenance. That sounded close. Very close, in fact. Anyway, so where is it? So there is a slow producing, low maintenance. That doesn't have anything, and neither does that one. But these two obviously make the salad meal, which is what you need for the variety when it comes to your colonists having a varied diet. Hence why I've plopped this in, just so we can get some chickens on the go. I think we've got one in here. What are we building here? We're just producing a meal. That'll probably be the salad. Yep. No, that's just classed as a basic because we didn't have the tomatoes in there at the same time. So they are on the cabbage or the lettuce soup diet. Could you imagine? Ick. So it does produce a little bit of food as well as starch. And maybe another reason why we are producing our bioplastics quite as quick. We're just going to here. So there's a vegetable pad, fast producing, high maintenance. Vegetable pad, high producing. Starchy. Slow. It doesn't say if these are just bioplastic. Just say they're just starch. It doesn't say they're actually come towards the vegetable patch. But not to worry, since we're producing a bit more now, so that we are building up on these meals. That's it. Once we get this biodome built here, hopefully, touch wood, we should be fine. Be able to produce far more food than we can at the moment. I don't think this will reach over here. No, it won't. Not to worry. Let me see how big this big canteen is. Yep, so at the moment it won't fit over here, but we may have to fit it in here, and then maybe retool or redesignate this. You can't physically redesignate a room, but we can turn it off effectively, ready for when we want to demolish and rebuild it for something else, which at the moment is looking likely that it could be maybe the sports bar, as I think we will need quite a large multi-dome here. And again, that would fit in there, but then again, it's always nice to have a bigger multi-dome than the small one. You can fit more in it. Because as I can remember, you can fit the futuristic version of a treadmill in there, as well as like a chin-up bar, is it? I think it's called, as well as benches, potted plants, and things like that. I think you can put televisions in them as well. Or am I thinking of the bar? I might be thinking of the bar where you can put the television. So how many bioplastics are we short on? 3. Is there anything we really don't need that uses bioplastic? Just so we can build it. I suppose we could get rid of the TV and the potted plant, but that makes our colonists happy. Then again though, short-term unhappiness versus long-term gains, that is what we are going to need. So that'll give us 2, so then we'll only have to find 1, which will be over there. So let's just speed up the game, hopefully they'll pick them up and move them over. There we got one more starch. There we are, producing the final bioplastic. So, short-term games, long-term goals. Here is our very tired. Oh dear, Sandstorm. Just as we get into there, he is now regretting going outside, so we shall tell people to go inside. Yeah, don't stop. Come on. Come on, buddy, try and make it back. Come on. You'll be fine. As you can see here, look, his health is going down, his oxygen levels are going down a lot quicker than they would be if he was just walking out here normally. As well as his food and water. It's also bad for us as well, because then it'll start damaging all these. Actually, no, it didn't. It does not seem to be affecting these at the moment. Which is good. Very good. Has he made it? No, he nearly has. But he's going to need healing up. There we are, he's made it. But there you see, look, these have taken some damage. Ooh. So set the alert off. Hopefully now this will get moved over. Keep clicking on all the wrong buttons today. So we've got one bioplastic waiting there, another one there, hopefully. The final bioplastics aren't too far away. There's one. And there's the last one. Finally. And there we have our little constructor bot. Who's going to be very speedy in building. Hopefully if this guy's got some bioplastic that'll be useful. No, but he has got some meals. I will take a couple of meals off you, sir, if I may. I'll squeeze another one, I can. And I'll take a couple of coins off you. No. Okay, that's fine. Go trade so we can get some meals in. There we are. We've just got one spare bioplastic which we'll use to make a tomato plant. Now doing that, it has meant that our little oxygen generator over here is not producing enough oxygen for this half of the base. So we will need to plop another O2 generator. I'll plop... And there we are, as pumped the air over. But we are quite far away now from this oxygen generator. So we are going to need to build another one. Alright, I am just noticing that we are running a wee bit long, so I'm going to call this an episode right here. Once again, thank you for watching Planetbase on Just Cope With It Gaming's channel, and I shall see you next time for more Planetbase. Thanks for watching, I shall see you next time.